There's that old song, Russ. Sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset.
Yeah.
Wait a second. You said you like it when I sing.
I'm not going to harmonise, though.
Okay, that's fair enough.
I want people to come to our channel, not
go away. Okay, so I figure, what we're talking today about... Sunrises, because Racine is on Lake Michigan and has some of the most beautiful sunrises, which I think you've got some photos you're going to drop in, because
I've got
we're going to talk about some places that we go, and sometimes you actually go to some of them.
I was out this morning. And it wasn't a very good sunrise this morning because the cloud was really super low.
Gotcha.
So you could just see a little bit of glow coming up.
Yeah, but you've got other photos as well, because you've taken lots over the years that you've gone. So let's jump into this in just a second, guys. We're going to tell you about the 5 best places to see the sunrise here in the city of Racine.
Yep.
At least our top 5. I'm sure there's others you can think of, and you can drop them in the chat later. But our top 5 places to go watch the sunrise in Racine. All right, so first of all, Russ, if people do find some value in what we're about to give them today, or on any of other stuff, what do we want them to ask them to do?
Don't forget, click like,
subscribe,
and turn that notification bell on so you don't miss any future of our content.
Absolutely. Future content, or even like you can then go back and when we put up shorts and stuff, which we are now doing shorts on previous content, you'll get notified of those as well.
Yeah.
So that's pretty awesome. So let's get into it, though. Our top 5 places to see the sunrise.
Yeah, obviously this doesn't count if you live in a high-rise and you get a beautiful sunset looking out over Lake Michigan. Well,
then we're just jealous of you.
Yeah, we're jealous of sitting on your balcony. Maybe you can invite us one day and we'll experience it together. But these are places that any member of the public can go.
Anybody can go. No matter who you are, no matter how much money you have, or no money at all. Homeless people can go to these 5 places and see a beautiful sunrise over Lake Michigan. All right.
Indeed.
So starting with, we're going to start at the bottom with number 5, which is up on the north side, which is the lighthouse at Wind Point.
Yeah. So you get a great view of the sunrise there because you can walk right down to the water's edge.
You absolutely can. Yeah. But if you don't, and it's not a hard walk down a big cliff like some of the areas in Racine. So the nice thing is with the one at the lighthouse at Wind Point, you can walk right down to the water, or there are benches right up there open to the public all year round. Even this time, even though this is coming out in wintertime, you can still go and experience the sunrise anywhere you want. I would suggest in the winter you bundle up. In the summer, then you'll be fine. But there are benches there. You can sit there, and they are open to the public. So the lighthouse at Wind Point, which is up on the north side, you just go up, Lighthouse Drive, ironically named, go right past the golf course, and it's right there on your right-hand side, just after you go past the golf course. So that is number 5 on our list, is the lighthouse at Wind Point. Number 4 on our list.
Number 4 is the Breakwater by North Beach.
Yep.
If you walk out on the Breakwater, that is a little bit of a hike, but not too far.
Yep.
And you've got the
second lighthouse,
the red lighthouse there.
Yep. The downtown Racine
for the
lighthouse.
entrance to the river, and that you get some brilliant views from there as well.
Yep. Absolutely. And of course you got the really cool lighthouse, and you can kind of go on North Beach. Now you do have to be careful because that one is not always accessible all year round.
No.
Because in the wintertime, the lighthouse, the Breakwater lighthouse, it can be kind of slippery with if it has ice built up on it. And in the wintertime, the water does splash over it and sometimes gets icy. So do be careful if you go to the Breakwater and it's wintertime, or ice can be forming. But other times of the year, absolutely gorgeous and beautiful, and a beautiful place. You can sit and kind of look north towards the Milwaukee area even.
Yeah.
And usually at sunrise, there's still a lot of like boats and ships out there, because a lot of the sailboats will go out really early, and some of the charter fishermen sometimes go out super early, like they do a quick run for themselves, and then before their charters begin for the day.
Their bait.
Yes, they go and get their bait in the morning. So sometimes you can see some really, really cool like boats and things while you're sitting there watching it. And number 3 point is one of our favorite places in Racine.
So it holds special memories for us.
Absolutely.
And that's the overlook at Christopher Columbus Causeway.
I think it's the overlook.
It's right at the very end of the causeway.
Yeah, the Racine Overlook.
And that's by Reef Point Marina there. You just drive past the marina and there's parking there. It's a 2-tier structure at the very end.
Yep.
And why is it special to us?
Because that's where we got married.
We did. We got married there.
Not at sunrise.
Looking out over Lake Michigan.
He's the one that likes to get up and go view the sunrise. I'm more the person that likes to see the sunset. But yes, we got married at the Racine Overlook, which is at the end of the Christopher Columbus Causeway. It's a public space. It's not something we reserved, and we couldn't reserve it because with your immigration status, we didn't know when you were going to get approved. So we couldn't reserve a place to get married. So we went, okay, let's start looking for beautiful public places. And so almost 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Almost 10 years ago now. It was beautiful. And we thought if it rains on the day, because of course you don't know that either because it's a public open space. We thought if it rains, we'll go underneath the triangle and people can be protected. And if it doesn't, we're going to go up on top of the platform. And it was a beautiful day. So we went up on the top of the platform and the pastor faced us and we faced out to the lake so that we could overlook the lake, which is something that you and I both love a lot. We love the water,
and
it's one of our loves that we share.
Yeah,
besides each other.
Beautiful space there.
Romantic
to get married. So
So that has special things with, but the Overlook is a great place. And just down from the Overlook, you've got that platform as well, where a lot of the fishermen fish.
Yeah, where
it's all considered part of the Overlook because that whole section is
the other lighthouse to the entrance to the river is.
Yes, exactly.
So,
but also where the fishermen fish, and you can actually kind of be hidden. Actually, you can kind of have a little privacy if you're going there for.
You can get out of the wind there as well because of the structure, the lighthouse, and that it does keep you out of the wind somewhat.
Well, it's on that boardwalk where they fish, and there's benches there and stuff as well for the fishermen. So it can be really comfortable in the summer. You can be kind of private and comfortable.
Just have to beware of boats coming in and out, so you might have to retrieve your line a bit fast.
I wasn't suggesting they fish and watch the sunrise, but that's what you were suggesting, because Russ would never go sit down there without having his fishing pole. That's why. So the Overlook has a couple of different places that are absolutely beautiful places to watch the sunrise. If you do want to go up onto the platform at the Overlook, the triangular platform, you absolutely want to take a chair with you, because if you're going to sit and watch the sunrise, you're going to be there for a while. It's going to be a good half hour to watch the whole sunrise. But I mean, if you want to just stand there for a half hour, you can, but it's a lot more comfortable to sit there with a cup of coffee and a bag chair and enjoy the sunrise. That out. All right, so number 2 on our list, and honestly, I'm torn because I think you like number 1 better, but I like number 2 better, personally. Number 2 is my number 1. Number 1 is his number 1.
Yeah,
and that is Simonson Park, which nobody knows what it is.
Number 2 is the best.
Right. But if you're in your car,
you can get right up close on the bluff anyway.
Yes.
There's benches there.
Yes.
It's Simonson Park between 14th and 16th Street.
There's benches at your number 1 too. But anyway, Simonson Park, and nobody knows, if you say Simonson Park, nobody knows where that is. So basically, Simonson Park, though, is from 14th Street for about 3 blocks until it ends in Carhogle Park.
Yeah.
So, which is basically 17th Street. Now, 17th Street does not come through. 17th Street ends, and then there's a bluff that goes down to the bottom. But you get to it by either 14th, 15th, or you can go to 14th, but then there's really no place to park there.
No.
The best way to get to Simonson Park is to come up 16th Street, because you have to turn north onto Main Street. So you take 16th Street to Main Street, and then turn north or turn south either way, you're still on Simonson Park, and just park up on the side of the road. To be honest, the parking part, if you just want to park, it's easier if you turn right.
Yes, it is.
Because it's just in front of houses that and nobody bothers and nobody minds, and you can park on both sides of the street. Whereas if you turn left from 16,
it's a one-way street.
It's one way, and you can only park on one side.
Yeah.
But there are benches all along the edge of Simonson Park there, and you can sit. Or if you have a dog and you want to take a walk and a run with them for sunrise, you can go. You can walk down the very steep hill, but it's grass, so it's no big deal. Yeah. You can just sit on it, sit on your bum, and go down. Dogs love it. And there's a path at the bottom of Simonson Park, like a walking path at the bottom that's like more natural and stuff. I have seen people when they basically park and then walk all the way down to Carhogle, and just before entering Carhogle Park, they just turn and get onto that walkway. Walk through that little parking area and then walk all the way along the lakefront there, and it's just absolutely a gorgeous place because you are looking out over the water. Across the breakwater, the cove. Over the cove. And there are people that sometimes are out there sitting in the cove really early. They've gotten up really early and they just went out and they just parked in the cove and they're ready for the weekend. So it can be a really, really beautiful place for to watch the sunrise. Yes. For sure.
So that's a great place to watch the sun come up, and it's really nice. You get that warm feeling when you see the sun coming out.
It's just a really completely unobstructed view, really. That's what makes that particular park even better. But let's get to number one, which is your number one.
Yeah, and that's not a lot of people know the name of this one.
Exactly, Dodge Park. Yes, but people don't know the name. However, if you Google it, it will take you there. If you put
it's
in
a very popular spot for people walking dogs in the morning or doing exercise there.
Yep, there's yoga done there in the summertime. And it is the park that is just opposite the DeKoven Center. Yeah. So that is on Wisconsin, and that is between DeKoven, really, which is the street, but most people think of that as 19th, and then it goes all the way, it just keeps going until you hit the
Caron Butler,
to the Caron Butler Center. Basically, it wraps around the street to the Caron Butler youth, or not youth.
So
center,
you've got that park there. You've got a walking track, a cycling track, running track.
People cycle on it. It is absolutely part of the bike track. So people will take their bikes up there. There are a few benches where you can just sit. And it's got a really nice big flat. There are quite a few people who do yoga there. I've seen quite a few of them doing yoga throughout the year. And I mean, into the fall, part of the spring. Spring, not so much because the ground gets kind of wet. But not because they don't love that spot. It's absolutely a gorgeous place to go and see the sunrise.
It is.
Can you imagine doing sunrise yoga?
Out east over Lake Michigan. You've got some height there because you're up on a bluff as well. And so you can see clear across the lake. It is beautiful. When that sun starts peeking out. From the water,
and like we said, you've obviously seen some of the pictures that Russ has put in from his trips over there. Because he loves that park.
I do love that.
It is one of his favorite parks to go to in the mornings when he's doing his morning Bible reading or his meditation. He loves to sit there and get away from it all. It's much more attractive than your basement office.
Yes,
but it is weather dependent.
Yeah, it's really nice. I go sit there, people watching and reading my Bible, and then how beautiful is it to
enjoying the sunrise. Nature. It is a great way to wake up if you want to be awake that early. So, and since you are, you might as well enjoy it.
That's right.
I'm not. Well, I'm awake, but I'm not awake.
You're not ready to go out.
I'm not ready to step outside the house unless there's something really good at the other end of it that I have to get to. So those are our top 5. Number 5 being the lighthouse at Wind Point. Number 2 being the breakwater downtown. Number 3 being the overlook at the end of the Christopher Columbus Causeway, which is really right opposite the breakwater. Number 2 being Main Street Simonson Park. And number 1 is Dodge Park right across from DeKoven. Those are our top 5. So leave us a comment below. Which park would you love the best? Do you think you would like to go to on a morning? Is it one of our top 5, or do you have a totally different public space that anybody can access that you prefer to go? So let us know. And I think that's about it for today, though.
It
isn't
is, yeah.
It is. So if you found any value in this content, do us a favor, click like, subscribe, turn on that notification bell so you don't miss any of our content. And we will see you again next week right here. Bye for now.
Bye.